Before. There you go. Hi, everybody. I'm going to keep this call short and sweet because I want us to work. So probably take about half an hour or so, and then any other half hour, if you guys want to stay on or just kind of go off and do your own power hour, we can do that. But I really wanted to have those of you that are in this Get Cut training, wanted to have you on this call. But first, I just want to make sure that everybody has seen like all of the promotions going on this month. In October, we have a lot of challenge packs still on sale, which is a good thing. I believe this is the last month for 21-day fix to be on sale for the 140s, what I heard, and size and a few of the others. So just, you know, totally take advantage of it. And then you all know that we have the Core de Force sneak peek going on. That's pretty awesome. This particular program, I seriously feel like it's going to take our business to another level. Like, I think that we're going to see team volume increase. We're going to see a lot of people really interested in this particular workout program, because I think that a lot of people enjoy kickboxing types of workouts. I'll be honest, Country Heat was just not my thing. I did a few of the workouts. It was just really hard for me to complete that program. However, this particular program, I will complete it because I love it. I love like MMA style. It's Tony's country though. She just, I don't know, man. It was hard, Tony. I'm sorry. Like, it was just hard for me to keep up with it. Like, I can do a few workouts here and there, but to do the program from beginning to end, but anyway, this particular program, though, I think is going to be really, really different. So I just want to make sure that we're promoting it. I want to make sure that we ourselves are doing the sneak peek, record some videos of yourself, doing them, put it out there. If you want to, maybe we can do like a team Zoom workout and promote it. Because, we used to do those a whole lot, and I feel like they get a lot of attention. So just make sure that you're doing that. Make sure that if you have, challengers or newer coaches, or maybe some rock star challengers, make it fun, involve your group. I want to do a Zoom for my challenge group. I want to make sure that they're all kind of getting a piece of it, because they're not all on demand. As much as I'm promoting the on demand in the group, not everybody's on it. So I think it would be also a nice idea to do like a Zoom workout with your challengers to get them familiar with Core de Force, because I really think that it's going to take our business to that next level. You're going to see your income increase, your volume increase. So I think it's going to be a really good thing. So that program comes out November 1st, I believe. All right. So with that being said, I want to just kind of jump into the meat of the call. So I wanted you all specifically here because all of you agreed to be in this particular training. And this means that you have all made a decision to advance your business to that next level, whether that means your particular rank, or whether it means income, or you want to help your team advance. That all ties into pretty much the same thing, right? If you continue to recruit, you'll see that trickle down effect. So with that being said, I wanted to just cover a few things from this particular training, because I really, really want us to value this training. It's one of the first for us, being that all of us are going to be going in there live. And this particular training, we got it from higher level coaches, right? So all we're basically doing is replicating some of those higher level videos, live videos. So it's really, really valuable information. And I really want to make sure that you guys are valuing it and taking it very seriously. One of the things that I wanted to highlight is to make sure that you don't fall behind. It's really, really important, because what tends to happen is that if you fall behind 1 day, 2 days, it's really easy to just really fall further and further behind. Just because it's just that much harder sometimes to catch up. We're really busy. I know that a lot of times the live videos are going on at different times of the day, and a lot of times you guys might be at work. However, make it a point every day to set aside time to go into the group and just catch the recording. That's the beauty about live videos, right? You can go in there and just catch the recording. So make sure that you have a designated time. If by chance you miss a day or two, then make sure that on the weekend you're giving this, the training an hour and a half to catch up. Make sure, do not fall behind. You're going to regret it. You want to make sure that you're kind of going with the flow of it. You want to make sure that you're, catching each video in order. So just make sure that you guys are doing that. Okay. The second point that I wanted to talk to you all about was your goals and your why. And I know that Mickey created a video about this, and I'm not really going to go in depth about it, but what I wanted to say about creating your goals and making sure that you're connected to your why is that I know that it can be scary in terms of creating long-term goals. So for the sake of this training, make sure that you have a really good 30-day goal. Just make sure that you do that. So whether it's to increase your volume on your weak leg, maybe it's to advance in rank, maybe it's to help one of your downline advance in rank, or a combination of all of that. Whatever that is, maybe it's just to get the income going to cover whatever costs, or to make a certain amount of money, per month, per week. Whatever that is, be super, super clear on that very specific goal, and only set it for the next 30 days. Okay, because I get it. I mean, sometimes, you hear us or maybe your coach or whoever talking about, what are your goals for the next 3 months or the next 6 months? Well, sometimes that changes, and sometimes it's scary, or sometimes we're not really sure, especially as newer coaches, maybe we don't really know what that's going to look like in 60 days. Right. So I'm encouraging you guys to just set 30-day goals and then show it to your coach, because if you're not sure, if you're fairly new, or you're just not even sure if it's realistic, review it with your coach. If you have an income goal of $200 a week, then your coach can safely tell you, okay, for you to have this particular income, this is what you have to do. And these are the amount of people that you have to recruit. Right. Your goals and your why are two different things. So you have to be very clear about that. You're going to have goals, right? You'll have the goals that I mentioned, that I just talked about, but your why, it's what's going to really drive you to push towards those goals. So they're two different things, and make sure that you have a good understanding of what they are. Now, your why can change. Your why will change. It will change over time. Initially you might sign up for, and you're thinking, well, this is why I want this. And, I need to, to pay for my daughter's college tuition, and she's my why. And then later on down the line, it changes. Right. And that's totally fine. So I want you to come up with your why for right now, and write it down and share it with your coach, and share it with as many people as you possibly can, with your family, with your kids, whoever. If you're unsure how to come up with your why, and I know you've heard us talking about this over and over again, and there's a reason why we talk about it over and over again, just start writing it down. And even if you can't complete it in one sitting, keep adding to it. Get yourself a journal. Get yourself, I don't have all of my books down here, but I have notepads for each thing. I have a notepad for my challengers. I have a notepad for personal development, a book. Make sure that you have a book or a booklet or whatever for this training, and take down notes. Every time that you're watching a video, take down notes. It's really, really important, because you want to go back and refer to those notes. You're going to have questions. It's going to be a lot of information, especially for you newer coaches. It's really going to be a lot of information, and you might even feel a little bit overwhelmed or intimidated by it. Right? So make sure that you're writing down your notes. Make sure that on that particular notebook, you have your why and that you have your goals. Have it all in one book. So every day that you're turning your page and you're writing down your notes, you are looking at it, right? It's right in front of you. Make sure that it's clear for the next 30 days. All right. So those are the three. Look at volume. I know that some of you maybe are not, are just close to ranking. Look at your rank. Do you want to rank? Rank should come first. Then you want to look at volume. You also want to look at income for the next 30 days. Be very specific. All right. The second thing that I wanted to share with you is that I want you to lead with vision and belief. So what does that mean exactly? And this applies to everybody on this call. A vision just means where do you see yourself in this business? Where do you see maybe even your life in the next 6 months if you don't want to look ahead to 5 years from now? Start kind of developing a concept of that, like vision. If there's no vision, if you have no vision in this business won't move for you. It won't go far for you. You have to have some kind of vision for your life, for the business, for your family. I mean, just in general, right? And if you feel like that's something that has to develop over time for you because you're not sure as to what you really want, that's fine too. But lead this business with vision. And your vision will become clearer the more that you do this, the more that you are leading with your heart and passionate about this business. Your vision will become clearer and clearer to you every single day, right? Also belief in yourself, belief in this business. The belief in this business and in yourself, part of that is really going to come from personal development. Huge piece of it is going to come from personal development. What personal development did for me and a lot of us coaches here on this call is that it helped build our confidence. It helped build feeling empowered. It helped us understand the path that we're on, right? It just done so much for many of us here. I can go on and on about personal development, but it's really, really important because I get the feeling that a lot of us are stop and go with it. And a lot of us, maybe a few of us haven't even started. The personal development is going to be different depending on where you're at in the business. Make sure that you set yourself a time frame to get through a book or an audio and be done with it and move on to the next one. Guys, can you make sure you're on mute, please? Let me see. Thank you. So make sure that you do that. Give yourself a time frame. I think that it's just human nature that, if we feel like we're kind of doing something on our own time, we take our time with it, right? So what tends to happen is that, and this is from personal experience, is that I'll start a book and then I'm still into the same book 3 or 4 weeks in. And then someone is like, hey, read this one. And then I drop that one and don't finish it and start on something else. Well, I no longer do that. When somebody recommends a book, I write it down, I put it to the side, and I complete one. I give myself a time frame and I move on to something else. A reason why this is also a good idea is because you're going to be transitioning throughout this business. You're going to be a different coach as the time passes. You're going to be learning a lot. You'll be learning about yourself. You'll be learning about others. Your belief in this business will become bigger or maybe not. So, as you continue to progress, because hopefully that's where we're all heading. We're progressing in this business, right? We're growing, we're developing. So during those phases, you're going to be a different coach and you're going to need to tap into different kinds of personal development books. So please understand that there are different kinds. There's particular books that are going to help with maybe you have low self-esteem. Maybe you have a hard time talking to people. Maybe you have a lot of baggage and a lot of stuff from your childhood. And then there's going to be other types of personal development for those that are actually leading people and have a big team under them that are more in terms of building your leadership skills, right? And your confidence. So depending on where you're at in the business, you're going to be tapping into different audios. If you're an audio person, if you are a book person, figure that out. I thought I was a book person, but I'm not. I'm an audio person. So figure that out and make sure that you're communicating with your coach. Okay, coach, I just completed Compound Effect. What's my next audio? What should I tap into next? And according to how you're doing and what you need, your coach will tap you into something else. The two that I strongly, strongly recommend at the very beginning of your journey are the Compound Effect and GoPro. I mean, you might hear different things, but Compound Effect for sure. GoPro, Success Principles is another one. There's a few, but I would say start with those two. Just make sure that you're getting through those, right? That's where your belief is going to come in, belief in yourself, belief in this business. It's going to come from the personal development. It's going to come from being a product of the product. It's going to come from the vital behaviors. If you don't believe in this business, there's no way in the world that you're going to be able to sell this to others, or to sell your challenge group to others. There's just no way. If you think that Shakeology is too expensive, then guess what? That's what you're going to relate to other people, right? So you want to make sure that you have a strong belief system in what we do and what you do as a coach and what you have to offer to people, because every single one of us on this call have amazing value to offer to someone else's life. And me telling you this is not enough. You got to develop this within yourself. I know this because we're rock stars. I just know this. But you got to develop this belief within yourself. That is what's going to matter the most. And that is what's going to help you keep going. The third piece that I want to share is to set the example. Why I feel like this particular training is really important, but all trainings are super, super important. And this is why. If you yourself don't put yourself through Coach Basics, if you yourself don't put yourself through these particular trainings, guess what? If you half-ass it, when you bring in a coach, they're going to do the same. They're going to do the same thing. I've learned this as well. Okay. So make sure that you're putting yourself through it. Be true to yourself. Be true to the training. Be open. Be a sponge. Like, you are going to be learning from the top coaches within Team Eagle and within the network, because we're going to throw in some extra bonus videos from some of the top coaches that are just like you and I. They're just regular people. Like, when you meet these people, they're just regular people like you and I. So be an open sponge. Be ready to learn. Ask questions, please. If you're intimidated in the group to ask questions during any of the live videos, I want you to ask questions in the group. But if you don't want to, then come back to us. Come to the team page. Talk to your upline, like whatever. But make sure that you're asking questions, because there's going to be a lot of information for you to absorb. And we don't want you to just take the information and write it down. Like, we want you to apply it. We want you to use it. Even if it's a little bit scary, even if you're not sure, the only way that you're going to get better at any of the skills that we are either teaching you over, teaching you again, maybe this is the second, third time you're watching videos like this. I always tell myself that you always have to be coachable and teachable. It doesn't matter how many years you've been in this coaching business. It really doesn't matter. I learn something new every single time that I listen to another coach speak, because the way that I run my business is not the same way that Angie runs her business or Tanya. We do things differently. We are different people, right? So, but I love, love, love to learn from others, because I love to get new ideas. And I also love to feel that I'm not alone, that I'm not the only one that gets objections, that I'm not the only one that's scared to talk, that I'm not the only one that maybe, I'm afraid to go live sometimes, like, I like to hear that from other coaches, that I'm not the only one. So be really open, be coachable, be teachable. I don't care how long you've been doing this. There's always, always room for growth. My old school coaches, my new coaches here, our new coaches here, I really, really want you to value this, and I want you to apply. So what you can do, a suggestion that I'd like to make, is when you're writing down your notes every single day, right? You're going to be in the group. You're going to be watching one of the videos, one of the live. Write down your notes. Tell yourself and write it down that every single day you're going to implement at least one thing that you learned from that particular live video. At least one thing. You're going to actually do it. Even if it's scary, even if you're unsure, even if whatever, any feelings that you may have, you're going to apply it. You're going to actually do it. And then when you do, I want us to use the Fit page like a home page. I'm not sure if Maria might not be on my team page. Maybe you're on Andrea's, but I want you guys to come back to the home page and say, you know, this is what I learned today, and this is how I applied it, and this is how it worked for me. Like, I want us to make this page interactive. Maria, if you want to maybe do it on Andrea's page, make your team pages interactive. Like the team pages are your pages. They're for you guys to go in there and share information, not just when you have ups, but also when you're having downs. That this is the beauty of this community, and I strongly feel that we don't utilize each other enough. We have so much talent just on this call alone that I feel like we don't utilize each other enough. So we have to do that. Make an effort to do that. So you write down your notes. You're going to make it a point that every day you're going to implement one thing that you've learned. Because you're in this group, you made a decision to be in this training because you want to elevate your business. We don't just want to say, I have a goal, Success Club 10, by the end of the month, diamond, yay. You think that by you magically saying it into the air, it's just going to happen?
It's not going to fall on your lap.
It's not going to fall on your lap. You have to have a plan.
You know what I was going to say about that? That a lot of times when the new coaches come in, and Maria is one of my new coaches, rock stars, by the way, the girl lost 7 pounds the first week of her journey, okay? Awesome. Without the cleanse, okay? And she has her whole family doing this with her. So I know she's going to do amazing things. Her husband is doing the 22-minute hard corps now. He started because he wants a transformation. He wants to be there for her. And I said to her, she is a big blessing, because a lot of times all of us start and we have our husbands become our worst enemies. In this case, she has her man supporting her. So that's a big plus.
Yeah, I've been watching her pictures.
I wanted to say that I want you guys to understand, and this goes to everybody, this is not, team means that we are all the same, even though we have the different levels of knowledge and different levels of ranks or whatever, but we are all the same because we are here together with the same mission. Even though we have a different why, even though we have a different way of doing the business, but you came in here because you fell in love with a community that supported you through your journey. And that's never going to change. That is the main reason why people love being a coach. It's not just because you lost the weight. It's how you did it. So in this case, the challenge groups, the team pages, they all apply to the same things. You have something to share? Don't even ask. Just act with your heart, because if you know it's going to benefit somebody else, you don't even have to ask. Unless it's a naked picture or something, then yes, you have to go and ask to see if it's okay. You know, I'm just kidding. But I wanted to say that because I feel a lot of times we feel like, so, oh my God, but she's so above me. I have, like, if it's something that you feel that helped you, personal development, a post, something that you read somewhere, things that you come across, an idea that you got, a post that you copy from someone else, something that can benefit, don't hesitate to share it, because those are the things that make us grow. It's not holding back. It's not keeping everything you're learning to yourself. This is a team effort, and that's how it should be for all of us. Whenever I feel that I have something to share with you guys, I go and I don't even ask Denise. I just post it because I know it's going to benefit somebody. If it did something for me, it can do something for anybody else. So that is my thought on that. Mm-hmm. And there's no I and then you. It's all together here. It's a together thing. It's not like, oh, she's above me. Get that out of your head. It doesn't matter. You matter. We all matter here. And even though you may say, oh, that's a stupid question, there's no such thing as a stupid question. Maybe sometimes you may ask and somebody else was afraid of doing it. And thanks to you, that person got what he needed because he was afraid to share it. So
I think that this particular team has done a good job at not really like setting us apart like that. Like I feel like I like all of us have access to each other, and I never like, I don't think any of us do this where we're like, this one is at this rank and this one is there, because this is, you guys are we're business partners, really, you know? So to me, like the ranking piece of it, yeah. I mean, you're going to have coaches that have been doing this for some time and have been really, really successful. And the beauty of this is that when your upline has success, we are very eager to share it with you guys, because we want the success to continue. And being that we've been through certain experiences and we've seen certain things and we've experienced a level of success in this business, we can teach you guys how to do that. That's the beauty of just Beachbody, right? So the mistakes that I make, I like to pass them on to you guys, and you guys do the same thing with your downline, just to say, hey, this is what I experienced. And so it's really a beautiful thing that we have this community, and definitely utilizing the pages to connect with each other is really, really important. Also, like when you're setting your goals, like I was saying about getting to Diamond, because the group is intended to push those who want Diamond to end at Diamond by the end of the month. However, that means that you have to really work really hard this month. Can it be done? Yes. Can you solidify, whether it's Diamond, Emerald, or above, right? The idea is to advance your business to the next level. That's really the idea of this, the point of this training. So you will have to work really hard at doing that. Meaning that you have to 10x it. You have to put in more work than what you've been doing. Whether it's maybe to just solidify your rank. Maybe there's some of us in here that are in and out of rank, right? So whatever that is, make sure that you have a good plan set in place. And if you like numbers, I would say to aim to recruit 3 people a week. That to me is like minimum, like 3 people a week. If you can do more, that's even better, right? Have that as your goal. All right. That's really, really important, because you can say that you're going to advance the Diamond, but how are you going to do it? Who are you putting your energies into to help get to Emerald? Because in order to advance the rank and solidify your rank, you have to create Emeralds under you. So be very specific. Who are the key players in your organization? So if you want to solidify your Diamond or get yourself to that rank, then who are the 2 people in your organization that you're going to help get to Emerald? You got to be really specific with your game plan here, right? We're already at the 4th. Today's the 4th of the month. So use this training to your advantage to really push you to work this business, to just jump right in. I know, I don't want to intimidate new, I know Maria is fairly new, and I believe, who else was here? Susan. Susan is fairly new. So, not to intimidate you guys. Honestly, my thoughts are that those particular coaches that dive right into this business a lot of them turn out to be pretty successful. Because if you're kind of, slowing it down and kind of intimidated at the beginning, and you don't really see income, a lot of times what I've seen is that those coaches fizzle out a little bit. Not that it's going to apply to everybody here, but just wanted to share that's just been my experience. So don't be afraid, to talk to people about what we do and recruit. This particular training, we did make allowances. The requirements were, there's certain requirements to it. So we made allowances because I know that you guys have been hustling and working, and that I know that you guys really want this, right? So we want to make the best of this training, and, we want to make sure that we are doing what we need to do on a daily basis in order to reach those very specific weekly goals. So why don't we even do that, is to break down the next 30-day goals, break it down even further into daily and weekly, right? So every day, I want to encourage you guys to all use your business activity tracker. Go back to basics with that business activity tracker. What I love about it is that it literally gives you a check off. I don't know if it was somebody in here was asking me about that. And I was like, your business activity tracker does that. I don't remember who it was, but someone was like, hey, I'm looking for something where you can just check off your daily activities. Hello, the business activity tracker. It specifically tells you, check into your challenge groups, message 3 to 5 people. Like, it specifically tells you every single day what you should be doing. And it actually helps you create your weekly goals. If you don't know where to get that, it's in your back office. And your upline will be able to provide that to you. I can give that to you. All right. It's really, really important. It's not too late to start off the week with that business activity tracker. Don't hold off and say, oh, I'm going to start a new one next week. Don't do it. After this call, get into your back office, go into your team page and print and get that business activity tracker and download it onto your laptop. Or print
everybody, does everybody, I was going to say, if you have a laptop, just save it in your desktop.
You can just save it. I mean, it depends, because some people like to write and some people like their laptop. Whatever.
No, but save it in the desktop if they want to print it out constantly, or if they want to
you can save it onto your
go
desktop.
in, because that is something that you should be using. I personally don't use it anymore, but what I have with Timsy has helped me with that, because it gives you a breakdown of how many people you out every day, and then it gives you a form where you know how many people you reached out, how many people how many challenge packs you sold, how many started, conversations you started. So if you don't have that system, then this business activity tracker should be the thing that you go to, because that's what it tells you. It tells you how many challenge packs you sold, how many people you reached out to. It's important. It's important because it gets overwhelming when you don't use it.
Yeah, so definitely use one of those 2 systems. All right. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, because I know it's going to be a lot of information that you guys are going to be getting in this group. I wanted to make sure that you were all taking it very, very seriously, because I'm taking it really seriously. And you have to value the fact that the people who are presenting, I'll be presenting next week, we are taking our time. We are taking time out of our schedules to do this, to provide this training to you guys. So please value it. Don't make me look bad. Take the time to watch all of the videos. I promise you, you will learn something new every day that you'll be able to apply to your business every single day. But make the decision to apply. Don't just be a collector of information. You have to make a decision to apply whatever it is that you're learning. Do any of you guys have questions about about the training so far, or anything in general? Okay. If you're having trouble with the training and keeping up, please reach out to me. Just let me know. Like, if there's something happens where it's just really getting in the way. The live videos shouldn't be more than 20 minutes long. I mean, we're going to try and keep it at that time frame. That's really not a bad thing. 20 minutes out of your day. Okay. All right. So you guys, I'm going to leave you so that maybe you guys can do like a power hour, right? You guys want to do that on your own, or you want to do it together? Whoever wants to stay on, we can. Okay. Andrea's doing it right now. All right. Well, if you guys want to stay on for like 30 minutes or so, I mean, we can do like get started on the power hour. I do power hours all day. So I do at least 2 a day. I do one at night and I do one early in the morning, where it's just concentrated time that I'm sending out messages and following up and requesting people. That's my thing. But I'll be glad to sit here with you guys and we can work together. All right. But if some of you need to get off, that's fine too. All right. If you don't have any more questions, thank you all for being on. I'm going to stop this recording and I'll just share it with those that are also in this training that could not be on.